Hello, it's Sunday the 15th of May, 5:35 p.m. Just going to go down to Rocket Ronnie's in town and get my last couple of hours of practice in before we head off to London tomorrow for the UK Open, which is very exciting. Myself and Adam Humphries. Saw a post from Emily Fraser saying we can play on the tables tomorrow, so I guess there'll be some sort of booking system, but yeah, this is the last time I get to properly practice, and tomorrow will just be a case of sounding the table out. So yeah, looking forward to it. But I've been playing really well recently, but the last handful of days I've had a couple of really bad practice sessions where I've just got distracted quite a lot, and so I played a bit rubbish, so I'm not feeling hugely confident today. Really need to have a good day today to go into that tournament feeling good, because at the moment I don't feel great, but we'll see how it goes. God, my feet are squeaking like crazy. Need new trainers. Nice and quiet practice environment again. Hooray! Right, it's Monday 16th of May 2022, 11:46. I'm just going to go and swing by town and then pick up Adam from Rocket Ronnie's, and we're going to, and my cue obviously, and then we're going to head off to London. So we're going to try and see if we can, obviously the tournament doesn't start today, but, excuse me, but we can get on the tables to practice apparently, but we have to book it. So we probably have to be there fairly early, and we still might not even get a table booked until like 8 or 9 o'clock, but the sooner we get there, the sooner we get it booked. So here we go. So we're on the road then, aren't we? We've got an hour and 46 minutes to go to the hotel, which is what, 15 minutes away from the
it's about 6 miles away, so not too bad. So how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm great. I've had my usual 4 hours sleep, so I'm raring to go.
Not far behind you, mate.
Oh dear, but yeah, looking forward to it. I just want to be there and I think I'll be more excited when we start getting close to the venue, and at the moment I'm just a bit like, we'll see.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. So, I'm quite anxious, to be honest. So I want to, it's that same old, isn't it? It doesn't matter who you're playing. It's a competition. You want to do well. So my mind is fully focused on making sure I don't make a complete tit of myself.
Yeah, I've been playing really hit and miss the last week or so. So I'm just like, I'm more nervous that I'm going to play really crap. Get some good detail of your ear.
It's not a nice ear.
London, what a dump. Right, so we're at the Barnum Lodge guest house, which seems quite nice. Unfortunately, Adam's booked a place that's over an hour away, so just because the distance is only 12 miles, but he's forgetting it's 12 miles in London, so I'll have to do the job. Oh dear me. So we're going to have to basically just have a wee and then go straight on the road. I want to try and get there before the press conference kicks in, so we've got a chance of booking a table. Got myself a new fancy Predator road line, is it, case? And a little 8-inch extension as well, so I'm going to grab that and get our journey to the venue on the way. Oh, there we go. There's something. So, what is that? It's a really badly designed roller coaster. Oh, that must be it. Yeah, I think that must be it.
How do we park then?
Just pull up here.
Oh, right. Well, that was quite a quick journey.
Yeah, we're there in what, an hour and 10 minutes?
Huh? So that's Scottish geezer. I don't know.
What?
There's many Scottish geezers, I guess, but...
Adam's been my cue caddy. That's his penance for making us stay at a hotel that's over an hour away from the venue when we only live 2 hours away. Oh, so what is going on with my cameras? Light settings.
I missed half of that building, look.
It's Jenga, isn't it? Seems alright, doesn't it? Loads of tables spare. What are they on about?
I can't see any spares. I wish they'd give me a bit more space around my table today.
Yeah, I know. Oh, can you actually sit on these little bits then? Yeah, I'm not really going to be able to lend you my cue area, am I? Yeah, it'd be nice to get one shot. So ads, we're at Westfield Shopping Centre. What did you order for lunch? Dinner or whatever it is.
12 habanero wings with some chips and a Coke Zero. But I gave you the Coke Zero because I wanted a meringue.
Yeah, he's on the beer.
Only the small ones, though.
Only small baby beers.
Baby beers.
Gonna have a baby sham to top it off.
Unfortunately, the hotel's slightly further away than the 12 miles would suggest.
Yeah.
12 miles being an hour, so...
It's a bit further away than our house, isn't it? We didn't get on the practice table then, did we?
No, I'm sort of gutted about that.
Oh, it's annoying. We got there like 10 minutes before they stopped letting people practice. There's no scheduling, no booking. It's just a free-for-all, which means if you're not their first person there, you never... It's like the bloody... what was it? When you go to the hotel and the Germans have claimed all the seats.
Towels all over the tables. I did make a new friend with Ralph, though.
Yeah, he did. Ralph Souquet. Yeah, we met Carl Jones. He seemed a decent guy. Gave us a different
friend. He said hello. Yeah, Carl Jones, what a geezer. Really nice guy.
He's nice. Oh, I'm surprised that Ralph didn't say Guten Tag.
Yeah. Oh, he will when I draw him in the next round after.
He'll probably see you and go, oh, scheiße. Dinner's looking nice. What do you reckon, ads?
I'll tell you in a minute. There's far too many, but...
Yeah, I think 12. Yeah, we need like 9, not 12, really.
Oh, that sauce is good.
Is it? Spicy?
Not yet.
I'll tell you tomorrow morning. Yeah, that's me done in. Oh, 12 is way too many.
I've still got 5 left.
Jesus. Oh, you had some fries though. I'd had like 1 fry.
Yeah, I actually really like them. They were nice.
No, alright, I'll try one. I'm going to regret it
though. The sauce wasn't hot enough. For habanero sauce, there was no real kick to it. No. He says, snivelling.
It's windy now. I'm just going to put the camera on. Green. Quick green for it. No chance of getting on the table again. We were 10 minutes after the end of the press conference and the place is already absolutely heaving. Unbelievable. I don't know how you're supposed to practice at these places. It's a joke. It's supposed to be a booking system, nothing. So it's a free-for-all. If you're not the first people to get here, you don't get the practice for a tournament. How's that fair? Play this. Tense times trying to see if we can get a table. It's a bloody nightmare here. It's dog eat dog. It's a pain in the arse. Just want to get at least 10 minutes. Oh, cheers, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Best of luck.
Take care, Vincent. Good luck today.
I'm going to have to wear this thing all weekend, just doing my head in. It keeps getting stuck on my top. So what have we got in the old onboard sports wear gear then?
Excuse me, another sponsor of mine. So we have this jersey thing.
Oh, back of it.
Oh, there we go.
There you go, it's better.
Keep you warm in the winter. Some guy's name on it. We've got this thing that I can just wear out normally because it just looks like a normal t-shirt.
Just a normal t-shirt, isn't it, that one?
And then if I get lost,
fabric.
all I have to do is write my address on the back. And lastly, this is what we'll be wearing tomorrow though. 3 sponsors, QLQ Sports Limited, Rocket Runnies of course.
Let's zoom in and have a look.
And
They've come out quite nicely, those logos, haven't they?
I think they suit the colours weirdly.
Yeah, it works really well, actually, doesn't it?
Then on the back, in case I get lost, somebody can return me to you.
Yeah, thankfully spelt right on the real deal.
Big fan.
Big fan? That's this here, isn't it?
Shut up.
Well, what do you think of today then? What was your verdict of the day?
It was good. No, I was very disappointed when we got there and we basically were told we only had half an hour to get on the table, and we walked in and
No chance of getting
one, and no one seemed to really want to yield, which is I sort of understand, but
yeah, because you're competitive people and trying to get an edge, but it does kind of suck, doesn't it? It's very unfair.
It brings out the worst in people, I feel.
Yeah.
We went and had some lunch, stroke dinner, which was unbelievably nice. Got back and we were only 5 minutes, but after the door opened, and we still didn't get a table. So
no, we were lucky they had 4 that are out of action. They
it.
let people kind of play it on, so we managed to bagsy one, but they instantly got the table and 2 people jumped on, so didn't get to maximise the time, but at least we got a little bit of table time.
We go again tomorrow. Got an early start.
Yeah, we need to be asleep in about 6 minutes, don't we? Just to get 7 hours in.
What did you take out of today?
Well, perhaps we could have had a closer hotel. Maybe an hour and a quarter away was too far. I don't like the fact that they left it as a free-for-all for the tables, because it just means everyone piles on and there's no order to it, there's no fairness about it. It's basically a case of if you get there first, they'll turn up, claim the table, and they'll be on the whole thing all night. Yeah, I thought when we actually finally got on the table, I felt the table played really well and really predictably from like Cushion's point of view or something like that, but it was so much faster than anything that we've got around, and it's so slidey as well.
I literally I played a shot, as you saw, I put backspin on it and it looked like it was on the TV. It's stayed on the spot, didn't it? It spun for ages and then finally bit.
You know, I had that first game where I cleared up to the 9, and then I tried slamming it in with the bottom and right hand side, and it threw the cue ball off. It just slid straight off the line, and I basically hit the thing full in the face. We were watching a few other people play and found that they would be much more sort of snappy with their cue action, rather than being like long and pushing through the ball. It was more whippy.
Yes.
You're trying to get the bite on the cue ball without having to go through it very far, because you can't hit it much. So I found like I was over hitting a lot of shots. It's actually a more natural way for me to play. I try and I don't know, try to artificialise my technique a bit. It's weird, the GB9, our table plays a lot like the GB9 table because they're sand tables, but those tables don't play anything like the diamond tables.
No.
But the diamond tables play the way I think a 9-ball table should play, and those sand tables don't really.
No, it was slamming things in on that table.
Yeah, I was having to pump everything at 100 miles an hour, even in the GB9 on their cloths, which are still faster than ours, but they're still slow and heavy. So I'm quite looking forward to tomorrow. And but I've no idea how it's going to be, because we're going to get up early, hopefully get a bit of practice in. But it's one of those things, isn't it? You can play the best game of your life, and these players are so good that they still beat you.
Convincingly.
Yeah, so it is what it is, isn't it? Just try your best, and hope to get a few chances. And if you do get your chances, take the chances, and then the match, if it's going to happen, the match will take care of itself, won't it?
Absolutely. Well, good luck tomorrow, mate.
Cheers, man. Bedtime, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh well, catch you in the morning.
Yo. Naoyuki.
Tuesday the 17th of May, 6 o'clock in the morning. Just woken up. Had a weird dream that involved Joshua Filler going for breakfast with him and a bunch of other people. This stuff's infecting my dreams, I don't like it. Yeah, so we're up stupidly early because we're going to attempt to try and get to the venue for 8 o'clock and see if we can jump on a practice table. The trouble is everyone's going to do the same thing, so really we need to be there at like 7:30. And we're an hour away, so I've got about half an hour to go and dive in the shower and sort myself out. Just realised that onboard sportswear I've only 71 out of my 2 jerseys, which is a bit annoying, so I'm going to have to go and have a moan about that. Other than that, Looking forward to today. Raring to go.
Why am I facilitating your man?
Viewers want to know how good you are at shaving.
Rubbish.
And the answer is he's 98% successful. Here we go.
Oh, that's a cycle lane.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've got that on video, mate. So 7:56, we're probably already too late. Simon's managed to forget to change into his shoes, so I'm going to have to go and practice. Hopefully he'll let me in and then run back to the car. How are we doing, lads? Looking resplendent in your outfit. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, he's got beautiful shoes on. I've got scummy trainers that I managed to spill a chocolate dessert on. Tension, waiting for a table, seeing if we can get in.
It's like Saturday morning outside Rocket Ronnie's.
Yeah, except there's about 26 more people. 8:13, still haven't opened the sodding doors. The bloody stream starts in 40-something minutes. Oh, what's a wind up? Before practice closes. Play started, but I'm going to go and change my trainers into my shoes because that wasn't really a smooth move, was it? Don't think these are going to cut it really. Lovely day though. Yeah, he's not having it easy. Joe's playing really well and he's barely getting a shot. Ants is on after this rack, I think, possibly. And then I'm on, let's see, I'm on this table in front of this guy. Yeah. That's it. Mr. Humphries is up. It's Adam's time to shine. You joke.
You have to be able to concentrate.
I'm going to call it an extension. This was the last time you saw me smiling.
That's all right, you'll be smiling when you get a selfie with Shane Van Boden.
Good luck, mate.
This is it, mate. Best of luck.
Suck his eyes out.
Oh, flipping out. So do I don't even understand it.
the chair's gonna collapse.
I need time. But not just that, I didn't have a break in the lunch.
Come on, lads. Nailed this, get on the two, it's all there. Get
The
the,
thing is, sometimes if you win the first one, the excitement's almost more than the nerves.
well, yeah, we get relief and getting a rack on the board though. Oh, come on. Come on, lads. Has he run through enough?
Oh,
Nice. Well, the audience has vanished. We'll be watching Naoyuki Oi. Oh, was he on it? Yeesh. Come on, mate. You can reach it at least. Just don't pop the white and make sure you pop the line. Well done, lads. Hit it.
Yes.
Adam's operating under his pseudonym Blaine, which is what we're going to be referring to him as for the remainder of this video.
Chris Melling isn't the only magician in this competition.
Yes. Hanson. Here we go. 2-1 Naoyuki. Wing ball straight in. Part the white. You might have a go at banking this in. Might play safe on this as well though. It's a thin one. I don't know, I'd say that. You might be able to cut this in. Maybe it's a bit deceptive angle. Quite shallow angle here. You might still go for that though. Go for it.
Go on, lads.
Is he going to stick it up? He is.
Come on.
Another chance. This is a great chance. Come on, Adam.
Come on.
Go on, Blaine. His concentration up. Come on.
Oh, it's been updated now.
788 though, so still a bunch of bullshit. Oh, he twitched it. No. Lucky.
Can we please ask the player, Canadian citizens, to report to the table display immediately? Thank you.
It's not often.
Did somebody just burp over the tannoy? It sounded like it.
Simon's picked the worst person to do this. I've got the least steady hands. Sorry, Simon.
It's time for me to go on, so.
He just can't miss those shots anymore. Sorry, dude. Let's get that out of your way. Let's go. Let's have it. On neutral ground.
Yeah.
There it is. Music's like they pull and go and float around.
Have you found the pile massager yet?
Huh?
Have you found the pile massager yet?
Right, I recorded the thing.
Not that beat going on the troll.
No.
Got the sun's car over there. So that's 1-0 to Mario B and 1-0 to Ads because I won my first frame. So much get if we would. Next time he tries to selfie and Mario because then he can use it for his videos.
Yeah. Come on then, Simon.
1-9 combo. Get your lean out. One side.
Come on, Simon.
That's exactly what Lee would have played too.
You know. Let's keep it down a little bit.
skiing crotch.
Same thing again. Just finish on that rail.
Right, let's stop talking to you. Sit behind the line. Sit.
Sort of place you just punch. Yeah.
This one I overscrewed, overspun, and that one didn't swerve at all.
Come on inside. Come on. There's you go, 10 bucks. Nice,
Screw it up. That's what I thought you played. That's a good shot. That's what I thought you played. He's got two pockets and then a three. Come on, mate. Well done, mate.
Come on, side. This is the one.
Skid off for that second position, isn't it? I played that with check side. Yeah, I played it was just off straight with check side and it
Come back in front.
just went, oh, it went near the corner. I didn't understand that. Yeah, that was just a bit too far to jump, I think, that one.
Yeah.
You need some table time on these blocks, don't you?
Yeah, we just got to get another table like that or a cloth or something like that.
Yeah,
It's just,
we do.
you can't play on our table and then go onto that. really have to. Has he got a shot on it?
Got a bang.
Not really.
Bang.
No, he's playing. So you got to play safe on this. I think you can bank that. It's too close to the double kiss.
Send it down the line.
Yeah, play it in beyond the 7, put the white in beyond the 6. No, is he cutting it in? Is he? Yeah. Oh, that's a crazy shot. That's a wrong shot. He made it. Success.
There you go. I was trying not to spill them.
That's 4-2. A tough game.
Tried to adjust and that could stop.
Fit. Hard luck, Mr. Humphries. Made a bit of a fight of it at the end. It was a bit of a tough start to that game,
I
but
found my game at the end.
yeah, just a little bit too late at the end, wasn't it?
When you
You got that at the
8-2
start,
down,
you'd have been right in there.
when you're 8-2 down, it's a bit of a battle, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Such a lovely venue, though. I love just looking at it.
big fan of it.
But yeah, that's it for the day. My match has been pushed forward till tomorrow morning. Yeah, he was on that, was he?
Completed it.
On it. Completed it. Cool. Oh well.
This is what I want to do with my life from now on.
Well, until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning then.
29 too. Yeah.
Oh, it's a video. What's this place? Mile End Snooker Club.
Yeah.
Seems alright, isn't it? It's nice.
Well, you know it's here for whenever you come up again.
We do, yeah, for the next UK Open.
You know.
Well, I thought we could do that for there tomorrow night after we get through.
Yeah.
Very nice chicken burgers.
Of course you'll stay another night, aren't you? I'm going to have to go home tomorrow. I'm going to smell like a bloody... What's it called?
What a guy.
He definitely got his pop there on the night.
Yep, there it is. Potty head, I think you meant.
There we go. Bit of stock footage for you.
Oh, it's outside that area with Helen and Luke a few times.
Yeah.
Where did we go? We went to the bloody aquarium thing just over there.
You can get a boat down the Thames to the O2, can't you?
Yeah, that's what we did. We actually parked in the O2 and then got the boat over to the South Bank. I didn't realise you could see the clock tower anymore.
What clock tower? Was that Big Ben?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was all sort of boarded up.
No, they've just finished it.
Oh, yeah, well, clearly. Don't put the light back.
There you go, mate. This is awesome. There we go, round by Big Ben. Please don't drop my phone ads. Oh, yes.
Wednesday, the 18th of May, 6:55 a.m. I've had 3 hours sleep. But kind of feel alright. Ish. Just going to quickly jump in the shower. I've got to leave in 20 minutes, so I've got to check out as well. Hopefully I'll stay awake long enough to be able to play my game. Then I can go and pass out in the car for a little bit, I think. Hopefully I'm queuing alright. I played at the club last night. Dennis Corlo was there actually, which was pretty cool. Should have got some footage, but I didn't want to be a pest. Yeah, I ended up staying until I knew I was playing well. I played pretty well last night. If I'd have played the way I was playing last night against Mario, he would have made a much closer match. So hopefully I can carry a bit of that over to today, because I played terrible yesterday and I just could not work out that table at all. But I think part of the problem was my timing wasn't very good. And when you're not timing the ball well, it's very hard to hold the cue ball. So when you're timing the ball really well, you can hit the ball harder and you can get away without it slipping away. You can control it much better, even with a firmer stroke. But if you're not timing it well, you seem to let the cue ball fly all the way around the table. So I'm hoping that maybe by timing the ball a little bit better today, assuming this happens, I have a more predictable sort of throw of the white on side spin shots, and I'll have a more predictable sort of result and well, we'll see anyway, but fingers crossed I feel alright. Play a better game and maybe even make it through to losers round 2, but we'll see how it goes. I better jump in the shower because we've got to go in about 20 minutes, so catch you in a bit.
Oh, 3 hours sleep. Found a pool hall last night, stayed there till silly o'clock in the morning. Ate this weird kebab, which is really nice, and then drove back through central London, thanks sat-nav, past Big Ben, etc. And yeah, good sleep at about 3:30, I think, and here I am. So obviously I'm out now. Great experience as it was. We're off to go and see Simon's second game. Hopefully he'll win, and then we can march on and stay for a little while longer. Find a close hotel and go back to bed. I'm shattered. Absolutely shattered. This guy will give me some energy, but I very much doubt it. May have had a few beers with Steve as well, which probably didn't help. So, but hey ho.
So that up there, that's the song.
Would you like me to do it 10 and 2 or
17 and 88? My clocks operate on the decimal system.
boring.
We are 27 minutes away, and we are 28 minutes from a match.
Are we?
No, not far off though.
I'm not so tired now. I've gone past tired, to be honest.
That's good. Slept it off.
This drive has helped.
What did you think of Mr. Dennis O'Connor last night?
What a geezer.
What a geezer.
He sat, watched what was going on in front of him, asked if he was up for a few games for 100 quid or whatever, jumped on the table, rolled a few balls, and then went, yeah, I'm up for that, and then never looked back. It was actually really cool to watch.
Yeah, and then afterwards he spent like an hour practicing his 10-ball break?
10-ball break and 9-ball break, which was quite immense actually. That shows you the dedication it takes. You know, he's in just a random club on a random table. Oh, I'll just crack on with my break.
Yeah, 10-ball.
It's really cool. The break is different, isn't it?
Yeah, you're trying to make the 2 balls underneath the head ball, so the second row.
okay,
trying
yeah.
to make them in the middle pocket,
Oh, he?
and then you're trying to get the 1 ball to come round so you can sit over on the corners. So that over there is an ambulance. Such a bad... We're laughing about a terrible joke for 5 minutes. Right, going in now for my 9 o'clock match, and I'm going to crap myself.
Come on, son.
Oh shit.
So here we go. Ooh. Oops.
Drowning on my drink.
You should have bought yourself a beer this time of the morning. Tell you, he's got issues. All joking aside, here we go. Simon's game. Let's get the okay from the ref, just over his practice rack. Not the best.
Hanging, mate.
Takes all the photos. A great one I saw yesterday. Cool. See if playing in a pool club until almost 1 in the morning. It's worked out for us. Or him anyway. You know, I know it's not all about me, but me. Hello. Oh. Get in.
Adam Humphries, how's the 9-ball merch?
Yeah, it's good. It's
Is
warm.
it the most expensive hoodie you've ever purchased?
No.
No? Jesus Christ. You make one that was laced with gold or something?
No, I got one at Ian Brown gig. It cost me 60 quid.
60 quid.
Yeah, and that
Was that just merch? Or was there anything
it's a hoodie.
special about it?
It's just solarised hoodies, 60 quid.
Solarised?
Yeah.
What does that mean? It charges your phone or something?
No, it's an album that you've released.
Oh yeah, that'll make more sense. Oh. I'm wearing the merch as well.
Flagging slightly after only 3 hours sleep at the moment.
Yeah, I'm starting to die on mine behind.
Could be just a hotel tonight whether we go out or not.
Oh, that's true. Oh, Dennis. Yeah, probably. Dennis playing. There we go. He's over there, Imran Majid and Jeff Buckley.
Imran was 5-0 down, so he starts.
That's good, making a bit of a comeback now.
It's nice to see that he's wearing his GB9 stuff.
That's cool.
Top.
Flying the flag.
Flying the flag for the GB9.
I wonder if it is because of
He's
that,
just
or
too
if it's just,
busy.
yeah, you just can't be asked to buy a new top.
Just too busy to get a new top. Well, it.
Yeah. How you feeling, lads?
Tired. Apart from that, all good.
All good.
Pumped for your next game.
Yeah, we just booked another hotel, a little bit closer, for hopefully for tonight, but possibly not. We've not got a lot of success on booking hotels.
I'm not the best.
There's the onboard sportswear stuff. We're upstairs at the moment, and there's a little cafe for in. I'm eating some popcorn and a drink. Oh yeah, it's got the merch.
2 seconds.
You're gonna do a running jump. Gorgeous, work it, baby.
There you go.
Cool. Yeah, there's the upstairs entrance. There's a bin. And there's me.
Absolute perfection so far. 3 break and runs from Jason Shaw. And he's very swiftly into a 3-0 lead and a match where he went in as a massive favourite. Something he's certainly living up to in the early stages. Audrius Mikukavicius of Lithuania has made it to the hill against Simon Ayers. 8-4 he leads. Audrius Mikukavicius of Lithuania still on the hill, not quite able to see off Simon Ayers yet. That's 8-7 now. And a hill finish now. Simon Ayers just clinging on and clinging on. Well, he's taken it to 8-all against Audrius Mikukavicius of Lithuania.
There you go. Do you know what I mean? That's how we work. Did you? Oh, good.
So we're at another lovely hotel, aren't we, Adam? Yeah. This is gorgeous, isn't it?
It's
£67 per night, and it's worth every penny.
I absolutely adore sharing rooms.
Yeah, me too. Especially with people
But,
store.
however, looking at this hotel, it's probably best we did. We can fend off the natives.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I've got to say about it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm out. Lost on a decider. What did you think of the game, lads?
The game was actually really good to watch as a spectator, because you went 4-2 up, then you went 8-4 down, then he brought it back to 8-all, and then one shot, one break, and he took it out. I think it was a good way to go out, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
It was close. He almost hung that last 9 ball up there, didn't he?
Yeah. Had a
was
bit
so
of a wobbler on it, but
Yeah.
it dropped.
I didn't think it was going to. But how do you feel about it?
Yeah. Well, I suppose I should flip it around. This is probably a double chin nightmare, this shot. Yeah, it was good. I thought I played all right during the game. I had a weird wobble down during the middle, where I seemed to have a section where I just could, whatever I did, I couldn't land on a ball, or I kept flipping, being on nothing. And then he couldn't quite get over the line, and somehow I got myself back to being level because he missed the 9 ball and a couple of other little things, and I did 3 breaking runs, which was pretty good. I felt really confident. I was queuing well.
He missed a 9, to be fair. He missed a really crucial one.
Yeah, and I missed one because I was lazy and I couldn't be asked to move the magic rack.
Yeah.
I was like careless, whereas his was a bit of a bottle, wasn't it?
Yeah, completely. If you're just taking your time on yours.
Yeah, I was just lazy, really. I was trying to keep in the flow, but sometimes you just got to take a bit longer, and I didn't. So I'd be telling myself off if I'd have watched myself through that.
Yeah, completely.
So it's what it is. But yeah, it was a good game. I was happy I played well. I finally got a bit more to grips with the table, but I had a few games where I just threw in one shot and where I still lost the cue ball from seemingly nowhere.
Yeah.
Just a few quite crazy ones, but yeah, it's pretty good. I think more practice on that sort of environment. I think I could be quite competitive at these events, but But again, it's like we're gonna have to do something because we can't keep coming up to these events and starting at square one because everyone else is ahead of us. So we've got to do something. Got to get a table somehow.
Give you an indication of how much I didn't sleep last night. So my masky thing times how long I actually sleep for.
Yeah,
And I've
50
got
minutes.
50 minutes.
Oh dear, I think I've got about 3 hours.
50 minutes of good sleep.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I feel alright now because I've been loaded up on cola, but I'm sure that'll be when that all conks out, I'm going to die a death, I think, pretty swiftly.
I'm just going to hope that this TV is loud enough to drown out the screams. So I got this hotel.
It's hard to breathe when you've got a knife in your lung.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, this is going to be a case of in and out pretty swift for this place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, I'm just going to
Point me to a sign saying they don't do breakfast, though.
Yeah, that's true. Shall I keep recording?
Yeah.
I can record you not being able to shut the door.
Oh,
I'll put something in the way. There it is. Have I taken what?
Use water carefully.
I haven't seen that. Oh well. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna go and eat some food and then play a bit more pool back at that pool club because we're gonna come back tomorrow. Even though I'm out, we're just gonna do a bit of spectating before we head home. So I'm kind of regretting this place. Might have been better to drive home and come back, but never mind. Catch you in a bit.
Some vegetables in it.
Nailed it. Back at the club. Feeling like death. Tough 9. I thought he was going to fall for the bait. I thought you were going to fall for the bait. This is where Adam's barricaded us in. This could be where we're found. She's been laughing at that dumb joke I made about the ambulance. Where have we been? Mile End Snooker Club again?
Pool club? Snooker club?
And we played some straight pool. What did you think of that?
Loved it. Big fan. Massive convert. I can see how it can help your game hugely.
What did you like about it?
And the strategy side of it, because obviously you have to concentrate on potting the balls, but you can see how that can slip because you're trying to think about, about 6, 7, 8 shots down the road, because you're trying to make it to that break point, aren't you? Effectively.
Yeah, trying to get a break ball.
Yeah.
The ball before that, they call that the key ball.
Yeah.
Which is the ball that you pot that and it leaves you in position for the break shot.
So that's what I was always sort of thinking about, even if there's sort of 10 balls on the table.
You got to try and pick your break balls almost the first time you come to the table.
Yeah.
If you can, if it's there. If not, you have to make one.
Sort of identified that straight away. And
get you.
Yeah, well, I really enjoyed it. Big fan of that.
Yeah, it's good fun. It's hard, isn't it? Much harder than you think it would be.
Yeah, if you said to somebody, just pot balls and tell me which one you're potting, most people go, oh, that's really easy. Well, it's not as simple as that, is it?
Oh, absolutely not. It's like a bit like break building in snooker. I think the individual pots are probably easier. Well, they are easier than they are in snooker, it goes without saying, but they do say that they think that 100 break on straight pool is about equivalent level of difficulty of 100 break in snooker.
Is it really?
Yeah, because you're potting 100 balls.
Well, yeah,
and
you have to keep every 14th ball, you've got to leave it to...
Yeah, exactly, so you've got, I don't know, what is it, 7 or 8 break shots to get 100.
Yeah.
So it's a big ask. So it just goes to show how bloody hard 740 must have been. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, completely.
I watched that live, it was amazing.
How long did it take? Days?
No, it was a few hours. I've been watching him 4 days.
Yeah.
I tuned in just as I went to my lunch break. So I was watching some of it, sat at Western Shore on my phone while I was out with my partner.
Oh, look at that sunset. Can't watch him pool.
Well, they don't tend to have a sunset at lunchtime. Yeah, bedtime. We're going to get up tomorrow, go and see a little bit more pool and then knock it on the head, I think.
Yeah.
I say night night Adam.
Night, mate.
No, you're supposed to say night night Adam. That's what the two Ronnies did.
Hello, this is Adam.
Hello, this is Not Carl Boys.
Liar.
Hang on, let me just
Get me walking by and I'll just go, Carl?
It is Thursday,
Thursday.
the 19th of May 2022, 11:22. We're just about to go into the venue again. We're both out, but we're going to go and try and get a little bit of footage here and there for some of the other games going on before we head home. Excited?
Yeah, man. Loving life.
Loving life. Yeah, there were a couple of matches yesterday, didn't they? How did they go? The first one, still struggled a lot with the table, but what do you think happened in the first game?
I don't think you were ever in trouble, to be honest. You know, you controlled the game quite well. We come back at you quite nicely, but you know,
First game.
in the first game.
Oh yeah, he had a bit of it. Yeah, because I went to the loo and then come back, and then the wheels fell off for a little bit.
Yeah,
and then
about 3 racks he got back into you, and then sort of you settled back down, and
took out the last. Yeah, because
Took-
what was
took
I,
it out.
7-3 up, and then I got
Yeah.
to 7-6.
7-6, and then you sort of pushed on.
Yeah.
Like so, I don't think you were ever in trouble in that game, to be honest.
No, I
You
don't
know,
think so.
he had a lot of nice points about him, but you had him outclassed, I feel.
Yeah, and then the second game of the day, played a guy. I can't remember his name. I'll put it up on the screen. He was a good player. He was Lithuanian, was
Yeah,
it?
it is.
And it was his first international match or something. So that's pretty.
When
cool.
he said that, you could then sort of understand the nerves, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially the scale of that venue. He's probably never played in. Well, I don't know actually. Euro Tour events have got pretty massive
Have they?
venues, but they're not made to be so TV presentable. If you know what I mean?
And I think I said yesterday, it's a competition within a competition for these guys because they come over in massive groups. You know, unlike me and you, where we just G each other on. You know, you got massive groups of people, and there's your competition within the competition because no one wants to be that one that goes out first or
Yeah, that's
in this
true.
round within it. So he's got that added pressure as well.
Yeah, but he was a really good player.
Yeah.
He just started out a bit nervy, and I started out alright actually, didn't I?
Yeah, for the neutral, I think it was a great watch.
It was a bit of a to and fro. I went 4-2 up, and then again the wheels fell off, so I'm gonna have to sort that out. Then I went 8-4 down,
Yep, 8-4 down.
and he had a couple of chances to win, but he couldn't get over the line, so I
And he
managed to get it back to a decider, and then I did a breath. I was really up for it. I broke, and the white cue ball just dribbled all the way across the middle of the table, and I went.
Yeah,
into the
it didn't
pocket.
fly in, did it?
No,
So
just sort of span in
your
there.
dreams drifting away very slowly.
Yeah, no, but he did a really good clearance to win, and considering he kind of couldn't clear up earlier,
No,
he was under
he
pressure.
almost hung the 9 up again, though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, but yeah, that was a really good clearance, so fair play to him. I can't argue with that. At least
No.
he competed in the game. But yeah, I think the big takeaway for me from these tournaments is just the tables. We need to have some sort of table that's even vaguely representative, because starting out on the back, it's the same for the IPA, because you keep starting out on the back foot every time, and it's taken me, I mean, it's probably just about had the hang of it by the end of the third match.
Yeah.
It's too late, too slow.
Yeah.
Can't be starting out and playing like that. So if somebody wants to donate £10,000 to my PayPal account, I'll be getting a diamond table, and you know what, if you do that, I'll let you use it.
What?
Well, they paid the 10 grand.
Yeah. Maybe once.
Yeah, well, you can have one game.
Absolutely.
We'll video it and put it on YouTube. There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
Cool, right, my arm's aching, so let's go to the venue. I'll catch you in a bit. Just going for a bit of spotted breakers before we go and watch some of the pool. Lovely jubbly.
How do you feel set for America now, knowing that we've done this?
Well, I know that there's people that are going to be there that I can beat.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people that are going to be there. The majority of people are probably, as I stand at the moment, I won't beat. I know that I'm going to struggle with the tables, in so much as I'm going to struggle with the pace of the tables and how reactive they are, but not how the questions are.
Thank you.
I know that we need to get something for us to practice on.
Yeah. Do you think when we get there in the venue, sorry to cut you off, when we get there in the venue, we'll probably, hopefully we'll have a bit more practice time because we're on site, etc.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, because it's a bit of a weird one. This US Open is supposed to have, like I said, it's got an amateur event on.
Cool. So we get more bang for the buck.
Yeah, no, I think they. I mean, I don't know a lot about it. I'm guessing it's going to be on probably 7-foot tables, but there might be diamond tables anyway, which would be plenty fine to practice on because they play the same, even though they're smaller and they've probably got bigger buck.
I quite like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit more of a luck of the draw shootout, 7-foot table competition.
Yeah, and then, I don't know what you probably have to pay to enter the amateur thing again.
I think we will, though, won't we?
Because it's $750 for the entry in the main event. But so I don't know. I think the key thing is I want to be tuned into the table conditions. But if I can do that, I think, and I happen to pull in a good performance, I think I can beat quite a few people.
Cool.
But it's just such a handicap. I mean, I played Mario He on Tuesday, and I think I didn't play one shot that went the way I wanted it to.
Yeah, he's
yesterday.
comfortable. That's it.
Yeah, yes, I think my timing was off as well, and that was exacerbating all the problems. Whereas yesterday I played a lot better in both games from a sort of controlling the cue ball point of view. I still wasn't quite there, but it was night and day compared to Tuesday, which is a shame because I would have really loved to have given him a decent game.
I think, like I said, this has been an experience and a fun one, and a hell of a baptism of fire for both of us, really, considering our first opponents. But I'm hoping in the USA the draw's a little bit kinder, you know, and we can sort of go slightly deeper into the competition. Because I feel personally, with a bit of practice, my game would be good enough to be out there.
Yeah, I was effectively one ball away from winning $250.
Exactly.
So it would have been nice to get through 2 matches.
I think with you, we've got a, you know, sort of middle of the game issue where your concentration level dips, and you let people back in. Yeah, and with myself, I'm a notoriously slow starter, so if there's something to work on, it's those 2 bits, isn't it? Yeah. So, and we got a couple of GB9s before that, hopefully. So, you know, that's it. So,
and I've got the English pool stuff. So I'm getting a lot of. It's a good thing.
Getting a lot of queuing.
I'm getting a lot of competitive action at the moment.
Yeah. Cool.
Keep holding my nerve. Considering I had such a nightmare at the start of the year, I seem to be holding my nerve together pretty well.
Absolutely.
I haven't bottled anything really.
So, see that over there? That's a bike.
Oh, greasy spoon for breakfast.
A greasy spoon.
And then I'm back on the diet from next week. I think I'll probably put those 4 kilograms and more back on in the last 3 days.
This ain't quite breakfast. I had a quick nugget chicken wing this morning.
Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah, and I had 3 squares of a Cadbury's carrot milk. Oh, very nice, but keep overeating, so I'm knocking out on the head. Who Naoyuki Oi?
No, he winning that first rack going into business.
It's over there. No, he isn't. I've lost him. He must have sat down. Where is he? I can't see him. I've lost him. Well, presumably he's over there. There's the world champion. You can never say thanks to them for racking the balls up because they're already gone the instant they rolled the cue ball away.
Dennis's
What's that? Oh, social. Looks pretty challenging. It doesn't go. 6 is in the way. You should see how he solves this. I'll be trying to get high on the 3 and go around 4 cushions. Maybe on the 4. How to play that now, eh? Top cushion, side cushion, bottom. Big margin of error if we get on it. He's playing high on the white though. He's trying to develop them. Maybe it goes past the 6. Guy's lost this. Yeah. At least that one was a bit of a no-brainer from a safety shot point of view, isn't it? It's interesting that he played that side of it though. He must have thought he could go to put the white there in the first place, unless he always decided he was going to play safe. Stuck it up there. It's awkward trying to, I think, don't really know how he was going to get it safe that way.
That's something I'm getting away from. He's got to get him out of sneakers.
That's what I was saying though, the table we're playing on. I can't, the cushions are so weird that I could get out of sneakers really well on this table, but I couldn't make head nor tail of it on our table. So if you practice it on that table, it's great for the GB9, but useless for it.
You're only going to be doing this once every.
Yeah, I know, so yeah, probably.
Or so often.
I don't think I've barely missed one snooker escape here. I can't do it for crap on our table.
I got out one against Nicky Oi and stuck it out. Put me in a nice snooker, got 2 rails, got on there. Stack it right. That was all she wrote.
Taking longer than slow to give this one back, isn't it?
this is. Beyond the 5. Overdid it a bit.
That table's fine for the GB9.
Yeah, no,
It's just not useless for this and US Open.
Trying to pop that off the floor or put it down the far end.
Southampton now, so this is the last little sight of it. Say bye-bye, Adam.
Bye-bye, Adam.
Cool. Well, Saying goodbye to the UK Open. Bye bye.
I'm going to keep that though.
Yeah, hold the camera there. Alright, ceremoniously rip this thing off because it's been doing my head in for the last 4 days. I'm not actually smart enough to get it off though. How the fuck did you do it? Oh, did you? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, so brilliant.
No video of that.
Oh, thank God that bloody thing's been off. Right, home time. Bye bye, Copper Box Arena. Which just looks like a.
Bye bye, weird.
It's not copper colour. Yeah. Is it? Where is it? It's not there, is it?
Just around the trees.
Alright. Yeah. What is that piece of crap, honestly? Guess I'll never know.